Your ladyship seldom come here without a reason. How can I be of service to you today? Can you put me in a trance with Kibellah? Oh, how are your ghosts? And the choir master looks away embarrassed. The mistake of the past no longer haunt me, not in my dreams or in reality, but I still remember. I remember every single one of them. Can you put me in a trance with Kibellah? I need to get inside her brain. A synchronized trance is a complex telepathic practice. Things can go awry unless both participants trust each other and have a strong spiritual connection. However, I can sense that you do. I'd be honored to be your guide during the ritual, Lord Captain, but remember, it is easy to get lost in another person's thoughts. And the fears of others house monsters. I'm prepared. Put us in a trance. I will stay in the chapel, Tessera, to hold a vigil and prayer. May the Emperor help you return this lost soul to the righteous path. May the God Emperor aid you, Lord Captain. Argenta is so nice. She gonna stay there and basically hold our hands. Okay. Ooh. Reading time. Sector, Koronus Expanse, Von Valencia's flagship. Material, The Book of the Dead, the Holy Scripture of the Cult of the Blood-Spun Web. Author, unknown. A shackled mind cannot comprehend the wisdom contained herein, therefore repeat, he is death. Release your breath with each word. Cleanse your thoughts, he is death. Truth lies in death. Free your soul from the body's cage, become nothing. He is death. Now that your heartbeat is a perfect line and your vision is shrouded in dusk, you've almost reached a state of purity and balance. Heed. No human will see death before their time. That is the delusion of the living. Heed. To which we say, a strong spirit can travel there and make the journey back. Heed the tale of the great Daemon Tessera, who descended into the kingdom of the dead to retrieve her shadow. Birth and death are one. We are snatched from a place of warmth and sent blood-covered into an unfamiliar world. Dying is the same. The Daemon, too, learned this as she opened her eyes and found herself on the lower decks, lying in a cold coffin. She beheld her ship drifting through nothingness, an adamantine giant corpse, a skeleton moaning from the winds of entropy. A tempest of rust was gnawing at its plasteel bones and twisting its vein-like cables, while machine oil oozed down its bulkheads like lymph. Like lymph nodes. Oh goodness, that's woo! Had the Daemon been alone, she would have lost her way inside the ship's mangled bowels, but a guide reached out a hand to her. The spirit of old Veni Zachary had loyally followed the Daemon to the other side. Struck the first blow, trust in her nimbleness, and tried to banish the monster with a... Okay. We are not going for... Oh. Awareness? Yay! The blades and spikes fell, clanging and turned to rust. Bloodlust weakens a blade, and the Daemon had proved as much. And a card of his tarot appeared in the Daemon's hand. It was the God Emperor, and the first doubt was dispelled. He is death. Veni Zachary led the Daemon out of the hot furnace of the crematorium, and they walked past long columns of the dead. Frayed was their attire, their bones scraped against their augmetics and scratched their decrepit flesh. They were moaning sorrowfully, and the sound made memory fade away. The Daemon saw that the dead were carrying an ark, and inside the ark was a thing. A lost child cocooned in silk, shedding crimson tears from the unknown. The unliving carried her as servants would carry their lady, and loudly lamented their fate. Such is a blade mired in broodings over the lost past. A helpless child paralyzed by regret. Lest she sink into the soft rot of their wails and perish, the Daemon... Okay, 100%. Sternly ordered the apparitions to vanish, pressed onward, pushing the dead away with strong arms. Gently spoke... I'm gonna go with that. And the lost child's tears were dried, and with a meek sigh she returned to nothingness. For mercy, too, can be the blade that brings peace. And a card of his tarot appeared in the Daemon's hand. It was the star, and the second doubt was dispelled. He is death. And the old Veni led the Daemon to the upper decks, and the Daemon entered into the officers' chambers. A web of veins adorned the walls, entangling the precious trophies and statues were bound in intertwining sinews. And high upon the balcony, a dismembered judge wailed as he attempted to reassemble himself with his pale hands, but his movements merely tightened the tangle of flesh, turning the chamber into a snare. such as a blade tangled and trapped in misunderstood teachings. A hapless creature that does not know its place in the world. In order to continue the journey, the Daman helped the judge by returning his organs to their proper place. That's logic. Study the tangle of flesh for secret signs that would show her the way. And the Daman read the words and spoke them, and the judge's body began to rebuild itself to a new design, as beautiful as it was terrifying, for nothing is impossible when the soul has grasped the hidden wisdom. And a card of his tarot appeared in the Daman's hand. It was the rogue trader, and the third doubt was dispelled. He is death. The flagship's bridge was draped in skulls and webs, and the pale souls of the dead flocked to the feet of the throne upon which sat the undying emperor. The protector of mankind, may his praises be innumerable. Starlight shone coldly in the eyes of his skull, and the galaxy rested in his mighty hand. The Daman approached his throne, and that artwork is stunning. Oh my gosh. That is absolutely beautiful. I wish we had like a way to like get screenshots of just some of this artwork, or like prints or something. Like honestly, some of these are so hauntingly beautiful. Greeted him with pride and dignity, spoke brazenly demanding that he vacate the throne. Greeted him with pride and dignity. The undying emperor grinned a bony grin and cast a glance at the Daman, and at that moment something died forever inside the Daman, for the price of arrogant pride in the face of death is always heavy, but worth its weight. Then the undying one spoke, and these words are to be preserved in your heart as the greatest of prayers, for they sprang from a source that was and is the holiest of all things. I know you, Daman. I know your heart, and the softness that dwells within it. Many who were due to pass on to me remained alive as your heart willed, but I am not angered, for they will pass on to me in the end. And the undying emperor, may his praises be innumerable, said no more, and it was the Daman's turn to speak. And speak the Daman did, saying that she had come to find her shadow and rescue her. The skeletal finger stirred, and the Daman's shadow loomed out of the darkness beside his throne. She was bound in black chains and asleep. The undying one was silent. Now was the time to offer a payment, as death would give nothing away without payment in return. And the Daman promised the undying one, nothing, for everything in the world is nothing, and the undying one himself is lord of nothing. Wait! Yeah, I kind of like that. Herself and her soul, life of any no. Nothing, for everything in the world is nothing, and the undying one himself is lord of nothing. Those were true words, for everything is indeed nothing, and the undying emperor is lord of nothing. For all things live only to turn into dust in death. The Daman's wisdom pleased the undying emperor. Then the undying emperor leant over the Daman and drove a skeletal finger right into her heart. And he pulled at the scarlet thread of her soul, and the thread trembled, stretched to the limit. It was then that a revelation came to the Daman. A life must be paid for a life. And the name was revealed to her, Naki Erebis. That was the life the undying one demanded as payment, and the Daman... I don't know who that is. I should, but I don't, so I'm paying the price. An oath of blood was sworn, and the chains fell from the Daman's shadow. Yet she remained silent and motionless, for she saw no sense in leaving the halls of death, to which the Daman told her that her duty to the undying one and Daman had not yet been filled, that in beholding death as one of the living she had received a gift of unparalleled greatness, that her congregation was suffering without her protection and the undying one's mercy. I'm going with this one. And there was a clarity in the shadow's soul, and her eyes opened. Her doubt was banished, and she glimpsed the truth in her lady's words. That the shadow's encounter with death had taught her many things about the flow of fate's currents. Thus, she was now positioned to decide which thread to sever. Second spinner Kibellah, death's chosen one, may she be glorified. He is death. The Daman and her shadow left the bridge of the undying emperor. May his praise be innumerable, and their path was strewn with his tarot cards. Among them, the Daman saw the card of the executioner, who carries out sentences and brings violent end to that which he did not begin. Among them, the Daman saw the card of the lost child, who was torn from her roots and her supports, but carries within her the still hidden seeds of a promise to recover them someday. Among them, the Daman saw the card of the judge, who weighs and separates guilt from innocence and passes his verdict. And they descended into the lower bays, lay down in a stone coffin, and closed their eyes. And then Daman heard the undying Emperor's voice promising they would meet again, and soon. And thereupon their journey ended, and so it was. As the shock of another's mind-jumbled thoughts stopped constricting your throat, you find yourself staring at Kibellah's pale face that has settled into a strange expression. Daman Tessera? Look at the choir master. Breathing heavily, the choir master covers his face and whispers, "It is over, Lord Captain. We are in the world of flesh again." Are you well, Kibellah? Do you remember what happened? I remember stumbling. I remember my doubt in the truth of the tenants throwing me off my feet. I remember deciding to kill, and not because I had heard his whisper, but because I deemed it to be right. Death whispered my name, for a spinner without a thread is like a sky without stars. They would drown in their own soul's darkness. But you've reminded me of who I am, and that my shameful weakness must be extinguished. The Kibellah looks away. This Naki Erebis is the payment of the Undying One's demands, the price of redemption, the price of freedom. Who is this person? Where are they from? I do not know. Help me find them, Daman. Your factotum oversees archives that contain many names. Let him find the one that death has spoken, and I will pay the price that was set. For I know, I feel with all my essence, the death of Naki Erebis is the key, the answer to my questions. Thank you! Oh, that's just that. We did it!
My lead.
Woo! We saved Kibellah! Man, I can't believe you could just, like, outright kill her right there. Not like in what we just did, but like when who's the whatchamit thingy showed up. Wait, why do I need everybody to go to my... I'm going to the shrine. Whoops, I thought I was going to my bridge. That's why I went to the wrong spot. LOL. Wait, could I actually go to my bridge? Did I not see the bridge there? I think I did, but I think I accidentally went to the wrong place. It happens once again, making sure everything looks great. What is an accursed Dracari doing here? You don't want to know. You do not want to know what the Lord Captain is doing with an accursed Dracari, trust me. That would send you running to the Emperor. Running. And not for good reasons, no. Like, legitimately, if people knew what they got up to... I enjoy that. I do, I sincerely do. Okay, so let's see what's next. All right, Danrock, you, my friend, are right here. I can't believe how much I enjoyed his character recently. Pleasure to see you, Lord Captain. No, I must locate someone named Naki Erebis. Find whatever information you can. Erebis, the clan name is familiar. If I may ask your ladyship, give me a little time. The flagship's archives being vast as they are, I will spare no effort in finding them. Thank you. 15 minutes. The high factotum pokes a triumphant finger at the data slate. I found them, your ladyship. The Erebis family are a lesser voidborn clan of the boarding profession. They've served the dynasty for many generations in the service of her ladyship Theodora. Erebis has showed impeccable heroism on several occasions. Unfortunately, the clan was all but wiped out 2 decades ago during a confrontation with enemies of humanity. For their valor and sacrifice, Lady Theodora granted the surviving members of the clan noble estate privileges and the right to settle on the capital world. It's not common for Voidborn to settle. Gravity is merciless to Voidborn, but that does not mean they are incapable of adapting to it. Living on the capital world is a reward worth putting in the effort for. What about Naki? The name appears in the reports. At least a dozen different women board over several centuries. There is no data on any living person with that name. The head of the Erebis family will likely have more information about the past 2 decades of their clan on Darkonis. I will send the dynasty representative on the capital world. Okay. Thank you. What do you think of my fellow crew members? A wise move. Tell me who interests you. Something else. Never mind. I thought he was gonna have something on like Mars Eye or whatever, and I was like, or Adira or something, and that just would have been utterly hilarious. Okay. Should we quickly go and see if Kibellah has anything to say? I like it how when we were judging Kibellah, though, people chimed in on it.
Take heed, Nemo. Our blessed Domin honors us with a visit. The one who delivered this ark from the curse of your existence.
I forgot she has Nemo. I didn't know if there was anything on
May the Undying One.
on what just happened, but it looks like there was not, which is fine. That's fine. Let's go this way. So, Dom and Tessera. we were headed to your homeworld. Yes, yes. But I kind of want to quickly go where I was headed because I'm a curious lass. I am actually here. So, we're gonna do this. And then go. Because, like, how do I... Right? Like, I feel like I can do this. Warp released us. Okay. Now this. Let's see. Immaterium released us. Great. Love when the Immaterium releases us. Warp travel. Can I... Oh. So this, I can't... So how do you get here? Really? Huh. Odd. Enemies of humanity. Oh. I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight anybody today. I'm lazy. That takes effort. Begin scan. What is this? What is that? The charred ruins have been detected on the planet's surface. The architecture, building materials, layouts, and passages betray their Xenos origin. No signs of Xenos activity on the planet. The ruins seem to be abandoned. Run a detailed scan. The burnt husks of Imperial shuttles have been found in the heart of the ruins. The pilot remains are badly damaged. It seemed the shuttle smashed into the building at full speed, causing the fire that destroyed it. Argenta believes the crew found the remains of a martyr who sacrificed himself to protect humanity. Jai is impressed by the dead pilot's bravery. Honored. Kibellah claims the pilot's fierce and fearless spirit has not departed the remains to go to the Undying One. She proposes to honor the hero and decorate the bow of the flagship with their bones. Oh. Huh. Yeah. The servants of the blood-spun web solemnly place the bones in the bow plating while the crew watches the sacred ceremony with awe. God Emperor has sent them a mighty spirit protector. Great. Love that. I love mighty spirit protectors and bones on the front of my ships to terrify my enemies. I love this. What is this? This is like a little asteroid moment. We don't need more plasteel. Nobody needs more plasteel. I mean, everybody maybe does, but I certainly have no need for plasteel. I have so much of it. God Emperor, help. I don't need more adamantine either right now. Can you come here? And then go here? Okay. Now you may come here. Did I want to make sure you did not go there? Yes. I didn't trust you. More plasteel. Okay, great. What is this? Okay, you can come here now. Oh, my gosh. A vigilant member of the Augur crew detected a small Xenos vessel drifting through the void. The ship is unpowered and shows no sign. Continue on your voyage. We're just gonna leave it alone. Out back we go. We're just gonna leave it. God Emperor left it there for a reason, and it's not for us to know. Okay? That's 100% what I'm going with. Is that the God Emperor, bless him, left it there. And like, we just, who am I to say whether or not he was mistaken? Oh. This is a Dargonus thing. Okay. So it says that for starters, we'll need to open up Colony Management Dargonus tab. We'll want to complete the following projects. Bastion, needed for the bottom project, and then Society of Cartographers. Hold on. What do I need? One of the projects has been completed. Sorry. I need... So I need security and profit factor, right? That will lower it. I need to up my security. Is that what I'm hearing? Okay. I'm going to try this to get people, which will hopefully help the rest of this. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Like, I don't know. We're going to take that one step at a time. In the meantime, we shall, I guess, start working our way back to Dargonus. Because that is where we need to go, which is right there. For Kibellah and then other stuff. And I think there's like, I'm needed at the throne. During a period, night shift, retinue was found delirious, right? I feel like I've seen that one before. Visit. Now. Don't we also have genetic mercy? Yay! Okay. Now can I do... No. Where am I? I'm here. So now... Can I do... I forget if I have to be like here or like physically go in. Here we go. Okay. Feud is broken out. Okay. Shelter him in the colony. Provide him materials. Ooh. Okay. Shelter him. So a feud is broken out between two influential admirals of the Imperial Navy, having already led to an armed skirmishes, even outright battles, calling to attention a favor he once had. One of the admirals has appealed for support. This. All the following. Okay. So we'll gain, and then this is you will lose. Okay. Support him with all the resources. So you will gain, plus we need security. Appreciates the assistance, exceeded his every expectation. Okay. Perfect. So he's happy. Now can I do it? I don't understand. Okay. Oh, I can start Season of Wars. But I would lose 3 security. Which is not good. Oh, wait, did I complete Filth of the Oh, that's why I can't do this. Okay, LOL. That, I did that. Okay, I was so confused. So, Bastion now requires Season of... Okay, so I have to do that. Now I have enough, but I'm gonna lose. But, this gotta get done. Like, that's it. We'll see what happens. And then we'll go home. We'll say hi. Look at our homeworld. So what do I need to do here? Everybody wants a piece of test today. Poor girl, so tie. I mean, she's not really, but maybe a little. Your ladyship, I've been told that you summoned the Erebis family to your court. Your subjects in question, along with their 4 offspring, have arrived. Announce that I'm ready to receive them. Okay, cool. Oh no, what did I get myself into? Why are we all rushing to battle? Your ladyship, allow me to introduce the protect... Okay. Randor... No. Nobody... Officers Randor and Zioni Erebis both make the sign of Aquila, reverent expressions on their battle-scarred faces. Beside them are their children, raised to love the God Emperor. They are mild-mannered but fascinated by their new surroundings. Judging by their uniform, the 2 eldest children are already members of the Dargonus Planetary Guard. Your ladyship, it's a great honor of House Erebis to be invited to your palace. There's a glimpse of distinct anxiety in Randor Erebis's eyes. Zioni touches her husband's palm ever so slightly, gives him a reassuring nod, and then addresses you. As a token of our great reverence for the Von Valencius dynasty, allow me to present you with the modest family relic of the Erebis clan. May it serve you faithfully. Oh, that's very kind. How is Erebis faring on Dargonis? We are delighted by the favor shown to us, your ladyship. Life in the capital is much calmer and slower compared to the ship, and I've almost gotten used to the gravity. The prosthetics supporting Randor's spine creak under his clothes as he attempts an awkward bow. Kibellah whispers just barely audibly, a crowd. The Domin's attention, and this being their first visit to the palace, they're nervous. You must give these people time. Let them get accustomed to their surroundings and to your presence. Let them wander around the hall and taste the food. We'll talk to each one individually. As Erebis parents notice a blood-spawn web cultist at your side, they exchange glances, an almost imperceptible tension that hangs in the air. Are you enjoying the reception? It is beyond all our expectations. We could not have dreamt of something like this, to be honest. Even just permission to settle on Dargonis and continue our service on the dynasty's capital world was a most gracious gesture of Lady Theodora's part. We didn't expect any further attention. Zioni smiles gently. Her fingers are fidgeting with her heirloom pendant. Let us enjoy the evening. Join the guests. We'll talk later. Of course, your ladyship. We are available to you at any time. Okay. So it's just the two of us. Well, we're here. My terrifying child is here. I hope everybody is excited by that. I know I am.